Hi, William. I am just so excited the fact that this day is finally here. I'm gonna cry. We've been waiting for this for, it seems like a long time, even though it technically really isn't comparatively, but since counting down the days since basic training, it was 250 and something, and now it's here. I'm just so excited to spend the rest of my life with you and to be able to just do silly things together, normal things together, wonderful things together, to travel, to talk, to just be with one another is just one of the biggest blessings that the Lord has blessed me with. Like we always say that this is the second greatest thing that has ever happened in our lives. Obviously, the Lord blessing us with salvation being the first. I just hope and pray that throughout our marriage we are able to just grow and be able to love the Lord as Christ loved the church, and love each other in that way and just grow. I cannot wait to grow old with you. So we technically first met at a singing competition called Nats, but I remember seeing him in the distance in his beautiful baritone voice, and we were almost going to hang out at a Waffle House, but that ended up not happening, and I was very disappointed because I thought he was really cute. And then later we developed a friendship because I posted a picture of me teaching, saying I was going to teach a 4th grade class, and then we just started talking, and after the first 3-hour phone call, then the second 3-hour phone call, it just kept going on from there, and a beautiful relationship bloomed. Sorry. One of my favorite things about William is just his passion and determination to get things done and do them well, from whether it's his piano tuning or whether it's doing something very sweet and kind for me, or doing something for friends. He puts his full effort into it, and even his piano clients, every single one of them would say he does a very thorough job. He does not become lackadaisical in anything. Another one of my favorite things about William is how much he listens to me and how kind and gentle he is and how he treats me as a Southern gentleman should treat a lady. One of the most exciting things that I'm looking forward to in the next couple of weeks is, I guess exciting maybe isn't the right word because it doesn't seem exciting, it's exciting to me, is just being able to be together and just doing life together, to be able to wake up to one another, to be able to make breakfast, to be able to not have to leave at the end of the day, and to be able to just be together. And like I said, doing the simple things and doing the fun things, planning trips and planning our honeymoon in July, and yeah, just being with one another in the way that we were supposed to be together. I believe that William is supposed to fulfill the shoes of a dad. He already has the literal shoes as dad shoes and maybe some dad clothes and dad-ish mannerisms, but I really truly can't wait for him to be a father, and maybe not a grumpy old man, but maybe a groggy old man. But I really can't wait to grow old with him, and for both of us to get salt and pepper in our hair, but still be able to love each other just as much as we do now, more so even. On the spectrum right now, all of this morning, it's been pretty normal since I've been locked in my bridal suite room, and then just walking around now seeing everything, it's like, oh, I'm getting married today. Oh, this is not a theater performance, it's not, this is real, this is happening. So I think the nervousness is now starting to settle in, but in a good way, because I'm excited to finally see William and for him to see me in my bright green dress. Definitely one of the things he's taught me is to make decisions and to stick by them and to be clear with what I want. I'm usually the type of person to put my own feelings and desires and suppress them in order to maintain peace and to, oh, well, whatever you want. I just want to make something, not necessarily people-pleasing, but just to make sure everyone is content and happy. But he will reel it out of me. He'll just be patiently persistent. Think, well, what do you want? But what do you want? But what do you want? What do you think? And having the patience, seeing his patience with me to finally get that answer, which I do eventually give. So learning to not hold back as much and just be I've now been able to be more open with him, and he hasn't had to prod me as much for what I do really want. And then also seeing his patience with me has then helped me to learn what true patience for your significant other looks like. I love you so much, William, and I truly cannot wait for the rest of our lives together. This beautiful day is just but a blimp, obviously a very important blimp in our whole timeline together. I'm just so excited and so blessed to be able to, in a few short hours, to be able to call you my husband. What an honor.
Hey Esther, we made it. We made it to our wedding day. I can't tell you how excited I am. Just waiting in the wings right now with the rest of the guys. But I just wanted to say that the journey that we've had so far has just been so wonderful, and just a joyous time with you. And I've enjoyed every single second of it, with the growing moments, with the moments of sadness, happiness, and all of the things that we've experienced in life already. And I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you, enduring some of those things as well. So back in 2016, we did this competition together, different categories for NATS, National Association of Teachers of Singing, and we got to see each other perform in the finals. So that's kind of how we got to know each other. So we got to know each other over social media, just kind of making those connections there as colleagues, if you will, future colleagues. And of course, everything happened with a pandemic. We both graduated from our colleges and everything. I moved back home. She went on to, do a master's in vocal performance and opera at the University of Maryland. So I went back home for a little bit. But it wasn't until 2021 when we actually reconnected on Facebook, just talking about, different times. She made a story post, and I commented on that, and then that turned into conversations over Messenger. Of course, all this long distance, made comments, on each other's stuff, which then that turned into phone calls, which turned into FaceTime calls, which then turned into her trying to help me get into a grad school, which eventually we had to meet up at some point. So we did a few times. First time in Jackson, and then the next couple of times was Washington, D.C. We kind of went over there, and I did my audition, and all that jazz. And we just hung out a good bunch, getting to know each other, figuring out how dorky we both were, and thinking that was the coolest thing ever. We found someone that we could joke around with and just be real chill and easy. So she had originally asked me through some of those messages that we should collab sometime in singing and doing a recital of sorts, and I said, absolutely. Where? What are we singing? What are we doing? And she was like, oh, you're serious? And I'm like, absolutely, you asked me. So then that started a long bit of conversations and planning this recital, figuring out where we were going to sing, and a few times of getting together from time to time just to practice some of the stuff that we were going to be singing. And through that process, we became the best of friends. And it was just so much fun, such a delight to be around her, spending time with her, and getting to know her. The first moment that I knew that something was up, something was special about Esther, was when we got to that first recital at Blue Mountain College in Blue Mountain, Mississippi, and it was 5 minutes before we went on to start the recital. And so we were just hanging out in the wings, hanging out in the green room, if you will, and I'm nervous, kind of pacing a little bit, kind of what I'm doing today, and she takes her hand and she puts it on my cheek, very very, very softly, and she says, "Are you okay?" That was the most sincere "Are you okay?" I've ever heard. Next thing you know, there it is. There it is. I knew something was special. So over the next 2 weeks before we went to Arkansas to do more recitals, when we went to Arkansas to do the other recitals, is when I revealed to her that I liked her, and she said the same thing. So we took the next 2-3 weeks to really talk about that and really pray about that, and see where the Lord was going to lead on that, especially being long distance. Then April 29th, we got over of 2022, April 29th of 2022. We had met up in Memphis, and we both knew where this was going. So we just made it official there in Memphis, Tennessee. And from there, we just experienced more long distance, meeting up from time to time over the summers, and various things that were going on. And I proposed to her in November, the week of Thanksgiving, that same year, 2022. And ever since then, it's been crazy of me moving up to Maryland, her going through basic training and all that. But it's just been such a joyous journey with her so far, and I can't wait to see what the Lord does in both of our lives as we continue this journey. One of the things that really sparked my interest about Esther is I'll go through the few outwardly things, if you will. Her smile is the prettiest thing that I have ever seen, and it just lifts my heart up so much. And when she's looking at you with those eyes, it just makes me melt. And inwardly, her character, what she brings to the table just as a person. She is absolutely goofy, loves to have a good time, and loves to bring joy to all those that she's around. And on top of that, her character in Christ and who she is far outweighs everything else about her. And I just really enjoy being able to see her grow through her things in life, and seeing her grow has just been amazing to see. Shaky, very similar to, obviously in a bigger way, to that first recital where she had touched my face. Just a little jumpy, a little shaky, but I am more than ready to start this life with her. So. Yeah.
And what are you most excited about for marriage?
Most excited, definitely the honeymoon that's coming up in July. But then, like I said before, just the growing that we're going to be able to do together. Of course, we've talked about starting a family, a little bit down the road, but that's going to be very fun. Just being able to spend time with her in a more detailed way, if you will. But yeah.
Yeah. And then what's a lesson you feel like you've learned through your friendship with her? Like something that she's taught you?
So one of the lessons that she's taught me just with being with her, since April 29th, has been just patience, and that's one of the things that the Lord is just working on me throughout my entire life. But she has really made me think deeper about that, about having patience, but then also just staying strong in character as well. So.
And then why don't you just finish by sending her a sweet little nothing?
Yep. Esther, I love you. You are about to be my wife, and I am very excited about that. I couldn't be more excited about this life. I love you so much, and let's celebrate together for the rest of our lives. Love you.
Well, Esther and William, I am so excited for you. You had such a beautiful wedding. You couldn't have gotten married on a more beautiful day. And I think the main thing I want to say to you is never forget that God's promises are always true. Just like your preacher said today. I can attest. He will never let you down, and he does what he says. So cling on tight to him, and I just can't wait to see what he has in store for you. All the good deeds that he has prepared in advance. So I love you both very much, and thank you for letting me be part of this beautiful day. I love you, and I will probably miss you by the time you see this. So blessings on you, and goodbye. And in conclusion, bye.
Okay guys, we've made it. We've made it to wedding day. I'm so excited and happy for you guys. Guess we've been with you guys through the beginning, all of the texting and talking and what are we doing and heartache. And so I'm so glad that we've made it to this day. Hoping for many blessings in your lives and get to share how that goes for the future, and walking in that with you guys. Our dating timeline is almost the same as mine and Ben's, and so it's been really fun to see where you guys are at and where you guys are going. Much love. So excited for you.
Hi, Esther and William. Thank you so much for having me be a part of this wonderful day, and I'm just so thankful to be here and wish you both a lifetime of happiness. I just want to say real quick some of the fun memories that I have with you, Esther. One of my favorites is when I first moved to America, coming back and always having big decorated posters that you would decorate my bedroom walls with, welcoming me back home. And just, I will say, definitely missed growing up with you when I left, because we were so young when I left. But just so thankful that now we're all here in America together, and to be a part of this day. So yeah, that's all I have. I don't like doing this stuff.
Hey guys, I was just so honored to get to stand next to you today on this incredible day. I just am so excited to see the ways that God's going to continue to bless you in your life and how you're going to grow together as people and as servants for the kingdom. William, I don't know you super well, but I've never seen Esther so happy and so relaxed and so free to be herself, and I just thank you for being a godly man that loves her for her whole self, and is just going to lead her and shepherd her well. Esther, girl, I love you. You know what that means.
William, you've always been like a brother to me, because you are my brother. Esther, well, only known you a little bit, but love every part of you that I've seen, and I know you and William really love each other and will really take care of each other. I would say one thing to keep in mind in your marriage is from James, be slow to speak, slow to anger, quick to listen. So just keep that in mind, and I believe y'all will go great lengths.
All right, William, Esther, hope y'all are doing well. Super happy for both of you. William, you are not my brother, but you are like a brother to me. Love you. You're one of my best friends, and I'm really happy for you. I'm happy for both you and Esther. Esther, I knew from the moment William talked to me about you that you were the one. So I'm going to be continuing to pray for both of y'all, and just trust the Lord with all your heart, and He will be with you through the good times and the bad. Love you guys.
Hey guys, thank y'all for letting me be part of this beautiful day. Y'all's beautiful wedding was amazing. Had a great time with the ceremony and all the activities that we did, especially all the dancing that we're currently doing. I just wish y'all the happiest marriage, and I hope that y'all will have a great marriage just like mom and dad, just like me and Reagan have, and I'm sure y'all will have fun this next coming weeks at your honeymoon. So congratulations.